Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium.
Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Gets past one man, and he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Down the left sideline.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34.
Here we go. Check go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Taken down at the 30. The Cardinals at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After 60.
2nd and 6. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jaden Reed, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Cards march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he returns this to the 22.
Looking to put a drive together.
19, Panther 11, 6 the Eagles.
Throwing to start the drive. Coleman. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Operating from the gun. Coleman. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, look at this Arizona defense.
Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
so they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw again. That's complete. It's Jalen Noel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Clock rolling as
as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. 7 yards there and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally
the Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Walter Nolan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Looking to throw. Coleman. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
it's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harrison. And the Browns are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
Operating from the gun, Coleman. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jalen Noel from 3 yards out. And the Browns respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And shutting him off, now open field.
He's on his way.
Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there.
With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Browns drive about to get started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That's downfield. He's got Fannin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Set. Press all 80. 19 left.
Back to throw. Coleman. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Pass caught, right side, Fannin. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harold Fannin, 46 yards. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 1. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
That's good for our Cardinals. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Incomplete. Intended for his running back.
Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Lindsey. Another fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time on a catch and run. 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off play action. Lindsey. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Lindsey. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Cowboy 80. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Go.
Throwing to start the drive. Coleman. That is caught downfield by Harrison. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw. Coleman. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That play looked off right from the beginning because I think he hurt himself a little bit and ended up making the throw short of the back. On the screen attempt, it falls incomplete.
In motion right, that's Harrison. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
19, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when he left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
142 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up
19,
3rd down.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Bronco leading. Let's go.
Back to throw. Lindsey. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Bronco leading.
Looking to throw. Lindsey. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hut, hut. 79 Bronco.
Operating from the gun. Lindsey. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Browns 17.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, trap 50, trap 50. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Throwing to start the drive. Coleman. Down the field, he's got Nel. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Cleveland.
Cougar 19, back to 60. Let's go now.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Browns first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Bronco 80. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Back to throw. Coleman. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Garrett Williams. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
19 Charger, 1979 Grosso.
A final shot before break. Coleman. Touchdown.
Marvin Harrison Jr. as time expires in the first half. And the Browns have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter. Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
150 Charles. He has been terrific here this afternoon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this across the 15 into Browns territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. 20. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. They'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And his pass incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down.
Simpson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Simpson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun.
Simpson.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a first carry here for their running back. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
From the gun on 3rd down, Simpson. Yeah, he's got it. Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Looking to throw. Simpson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terrence Ferguson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line.
70 Lions.
He finds his man complete. It's Romero. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Here's a handoff out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dalton. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the run. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. With touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. And after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Browns 31.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Left side, he's got the tight end, Fannin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Back to throw. Simpson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Simpson. There's a short one caught by Fannin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Cartwright. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Operating from the gun. Simpson. He's got it. This is Ware. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Cardinals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Cardinals use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after
after the INT on the last drive. That ball caught by Harrison. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Off the play fake. Simpson. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. When they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here we go. This is fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. 40 yards.
And the Cardinals have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught by Ware. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back to throw again. This is caught. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
In trouble, and he'll go down back to the 12. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change?
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends in under.